Hey everybody, and welcome back to Black Mesa. Last time, we reached the surface only to find out that the military, who we assumed were here to provide assistance, are providing the exact opposite of that, and they are swarming the surface. It is not safe out there. Unfortunately, we're going to have to clean this thing up ourselves. This scientist has directed us to the Lambda complex on the opposite end of the facility. A little inconvenient, but it's our best bet. This time, we start on the journey over there, in level 4. Blasted Pit. That's just what I think of anytime I think of the name. These obstacles took forever to break in the original. It made me think, like, every time I would start to break them, it made me think I was doing the wrong thing originally. Blast Pit is quite an interesting level. You'll see. It starts off just like any other, except that you're now in a much older area of the facility, and that's basically the only difference. But beyond that, it starts to have a little bit of interesting, almost open-ended, like, level design. It's not entirely open-ended, because, well, you'll see. We'll just wait until you see it. I could have shut those boxes, but we don't have to cause that much violence now, do we? Here's a crowbar, in case you haven't picked up the crowbar yet. Still just find it so interesting that they give you one here. Oh, I thought that was a head crab. That was the handle of a freaking... That was the railing on that side. Why does it... Hold on. Why is there a railing here? Oh, so you don't fall down there. Okay, makes sense. Not everyone can handle stubby little drops like that. It's just... It's hard to think about. It's hard to remember stuff like that exists when you play a game for long enough. Like, some people falling off of this aren't gonna be okay. Like, you can fall on your face and break something. That is genuinely possible. Gas cylinders only. Here's interesting. Whereas in the original, it was just an elevator. Here, it's not only an elevator, but a ladder. Not a staircase. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. You could choose either one, and I'm personally gonna go with the elevator because I think Gordon Freeman needs to save his energy for the later stuff, but it's interesting that you get a choice if you want to take the elevator or the ladder stairs. The very vertical stairs. They also do that a couple of other times later in the game. It's weird, but neat. I kind of like it. In terms of pace, this level slows back down to about what it was in the first two levels compared to what we just played through, but it picks back up shortly afterwards. Trams in operation. Exercise caution near rails. Here's an Area 3 check. I swear we have seen so many Area 3s up to this point. Well, I guess they only made one sign for those types of rooms. It's worth noting small black valves like this are never interacted with. Only the red valves with, like, the detailed models and handles can be interacted with. Here's a supply room with a radio inside. We stick around long enough, eventually... There we go. Another broadcast starts. And we're gonna listen to this one. I'm sorry. It is required.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New Mexico Department of Emergency Services. At 9:47 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, a disaster of unknown type has occurred at the Black Mesa Research Facility, causing significant damage and failure to various power and communication systems in the surrounding areas. This message replaces the previous alert, which expired at 12:01 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this afternoon. A full quarantine has been issued for the Black Mesa area. In the interest of public safety, all residents within a 150-mile radius of Black Mesa, New Mexico, are advised to evacuate the area immediately. Take only essential supplies and a battery-powered radio. Do not use more than one vehicle for traveling. Follow local evacuation routes, which have been marked by local authorities. If you are within the evacuation area and have no transportation, locate your nearest police department. If you begin experiencing a fever, coughing, nausea, dizziness, muscle ache, pneumonia, hair loss, or any such similar ailments, please contact your nearest disease control center immediately, as these symptoms may be related to recent events. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information on this ongoing emergency.
They have increased the requirements of evacuation, the radius of evacuation, to 150 miles from 75. To operate this little tram here, you press E on this lever, and then you can press W or S to increase or decrease the throttle. You can increase it 3 times and decrease it like linearly all the way back down to 0 where it's not moving, or even reverse. For our purposes though, we want to go forwards at a decent pace. I love those broadcasts because unlike, well, the original could, I guess, if you were really like imaginative, but those broadcasts, which are new to Black Mesa, give a outside perspective on the life of everyone outside of Black Mesa. It puts you in their head of what they're thinking of this emergency, because like Black Mesa is a secret facility, or well, sort of. I think it's known. People know that it exists, but the experiments that are done within are not known, are not revealed to the public. So from their perspective, they're being told to evacuate New Mexico for some reason. And boss, by the way, once this thing crashes, you are trapped in this acid that Black Mesa has for some reason. If you manage to escape it, you don't heal. Okay, that's something else in the game that heals you once you exit it. That one does not. Thankfully, it is not an instant kill. I don't think it was an instant kill in the original either. I think they actually did disable the fall damage, which, I should mention, the fall damage in the original game. What the hell were they thinking designing that? I mean, this is coming from someone who's played Minecraft a lot, and Minecraft's fall damage is arguably worse than Half-Life's, but still, just one of the most annoying fall damages in any game. You think Dark Souls is bad? Well, yes, it is, and Half-Life is about the same. but yeah, really annoying. Anyway, back to the broadcast. Just imagine you're a New Mexico resident, you wake up one morning, and then you're being told to evacuate because some hostile force is present down in the Black Mesa Desert. What's the hostile force? They're not telling you, because they don't want to tell you that it's actually genuinely aliens. Some people will come to that conclusion, but they will not confirm nor deny it. They'll just say, leave. It's freaking scary. If you're told to just leave with no explanation, that is some scary shit. You have absolutely no idea what could be happening down there. If it were a natural disaster, they would tell you. Anyway, more acid. I wonder... I'm sure this isn't entirely acid, it's like some kind of nuclear uranium isotope or some science stuff. This bull squid here is sometimes in this hallway, but sometimes moves around the corner. There's a little bit of randomness on the enemy's pathfinding and where they decide to go as you go. Oh, small detail I just noticed. You can see there's a door there, and there's a rail along the ceiling. There's some, like, cart that passes through here when this facility was, you know, actively running. Hasn't been for a long time, at least I assume. It is an old part of the facility, and I think the scientist said it was decommissioned, which does mean not working anymore. This shotgun has surprising range compared to the original, especially. I replayed the original recently. Oh, you know what? There we go. I turned off the radiation static effect. Whenever you get near radiation in this game, it starts a little static effect, and it makes the video on YouTube insanely blurry, so we're turning that off. Anyway, yeah, I replayed the original, and the shotgun in the original was nowhere near as long range as this one was. I tried to shoot these bull squids in the acid with the shotgun, and it did not go well in the original. The reason why I'm going to be using the shotgun prominently, also, you skate along that to go get these. I don't need any of them. Amazing. That was a great idea. Maybe more ammo. The reason why I'm going to be using the shotgun prominently, especially at first, is because you do not get a lot of bullets throughout this level. It's a weird little thing. I guess they just forgot to add that many. It was the same in the original too, but yeah, if you just start using your MP5 on everything you see, you're gonna run out of bullets really early and then be only using the shotgun for half the level. So I'm gonna use the shotgun prominently at first and then intermix some MP5 as we go. Now, in this elevator that was on the level of the acid, I can't imagine that being too safe, but hey, this is the older areas of the facility. These are even less safe than the Black Mesa we have now. So they've definitely improved over time. Although their elevator designs... This one actually has a door, so... Not a very safe door, but still.
Warning. Hostile biological forms detected in silo D.
Just notice the rail along this ceiling. So they would carry a cart up through the elevator. All the little cool details. Welcome to the main area of Blast Pit. We start with a little pack of hound eyes. Remember that only one can do the charge-up attack at a time. This is actually our first time fighting a pack of these guys. We've only fought them one at a time. Oh, you both did it. Well, that's okay. Just back up whenever that happens, and you should be good. Even if it hits, it doesn't deal a lot, and it takes them a while to do it again. Hello. One final hit around the corner. Take a look. And listen to that music while you're at it. It's really cool. So, I've decided that, like, I'm just gonna keep comparing things to the original because why not? I would not be able to stop myself no matter how hard I tried. So, in the original, this room was very impressively big, but it did have an obvious floor down there. It was like all glowing green. It wasn't actually acid, it was just a floor with a green light attached, but either way, it was there, and the main result was that this room felt a lot smaller in the original compared to how it feels now. I'm gonna use my bullets on that bull. Oh, it was actually still there. It was not aiming at me very well, was it? Anyway, I just destroyed it. Oh, interesting. So the head crab I picked up before in the previous video was a prop head crab that was placed there on purpose, but that one was a real one and I can't pick it up. Okay, so maybe you can't pick up every head crab. Either way, they've replaced that green floor with a bottomless VIP pit in this version, and I really like this because it makes this room feel even bigger. Even though it probably isn't, at least I assume. Into the main silo we go. Is someone hammering in here? Someone's seriously working on construction here when there's a zombie in the entranceway. How about you deal with this first? This is a higher priority to me. Why are they still building this place?
You must fire the rocket engine. Destroy the damn thing before it gets any larger.
Alright, I'll hold my tongue on that and see what is actually going on here in a bit. This place, one of the hardest little side areas to reach for me anyway. So you need to let this barnacle carry you up. Oh, I actually made it this time. Awesome. Yeah, especially in the original with the jankier physics. There were bullets up here. If only I knew that and could actually reach this place consistently. But you only have one shot of getting up here and then that guy dies and you're just kind of screwed, so. All right, Prop Lab 01 control. Okay. I love how much of a jump scare that is in this game. So, fire the rocket engine while the buttons glow in red. It's ripe for the pressing.
Malfunction. Main propulsion disengaged. Power and fuel systems. Please report status.
Power and fuel are down. You can see that right here. This is a power gauge, and this is the fuel and oxygen for the fuel. Right there. There's also Post-it notes. Bad value? I guess so. There's a keyboard embedded into the metal directly. All right. It is actually safe to stand in this room, believe it or not, but, and you can just keep firing at this thing from out there. It does bleed if you shoot it in the head. That is not at all where my shots came from, buddy. I don't know what you're doing pecking over there now.
Hey, be quiet. This thing hears us. Some scientists snuck down to the generator to get the rocket. We're gonna try to make a break for the fuel innings. You with us?
I guess I am. One thing the game does not tell you is that, actually first, we have a new weapon, C4. And then, we have a new hero of our kind. Ow! See, okay, there he goes. He was supposed to start shooting at them, and then he immediately dies. Despite that, you actually do not get one-shot by these guys. You did in the original, but no longer. They do deal a lot of damage, though, and I assume that they do a lot on hard, but that's why you need to sneak past them quietly like this. C4 are what you would expect. They're basically grenades, but you choose when to detonate them. So I can do right now, and all three, okay. Well, all three of them will kind of peck around that area. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, there. Go over there. I am over there, definitely. Will you get away? Stop pecking there. I need to go that way. Okay, it exploded on a lower level. What I wanted to show with C4 is that they are now a little bit easier to use in Black Mesa compared to the original. So we're gonna throw one right there to the oxygen and fuel door. And then we're going to crawl this way, stand up and throw one down there best I can. Yes, you can now throw multiple C4 at a time. How did you hear that? I guess I was going for a little while. And explode them both at once. That'll get rid of the boards on both of those doors. We could throw a grenade over there, lure them away, and die. Cool. All right, the pit that they are growing out of is where we need to go. So we need to kill these guys to progress. Yes, 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 yes. Be quiet. This thing hears us. Why are... There we go. Because he wasn't shooting. I don't know what these things' official name is. I'll try to look into that in editing and then show you what their name is on screen. But I don't know if they have one. Like, I've heard it called the Peck Beast before, and I kind of like that, but I don't know if that's what it was actually called, like, in the manual for the original. Alright, we're going to explode that. Yes, that was close. That one wasn't. Oh, but they're doing the work for me. It's fine. Then I'll throw another one there. I don't really use C4 or my explosives too much outside of this, so you know what? I should have exploded it not on my level, because now they're just gonna hit me as they go by. Never mind. They managed to skate just by, or whatever. They are destroying the fence, though, as you can see, which is a neat detail. All right, we're in the oxygen fuel room. Now we are done. We're out of there. We can start walking around all we want to and go out this door. I heard it argued in a Steam community mod for this game. This game has mod support on Steam Workshop. Hi, forgot you were there. Why don't I use the MP5 to shoot you? I never really do that with zombies, just because, you know, it just feels like zombies beg for the shotgun a lot more. Anyway, someone made a mod for this game that, like, changes the level design to remove stuff like this signposting, because according to them, it insults your intelligence. I can, I guess, understand, but I also disagree, because Black Mesa is supposed to be a real place, where real people are supposed to work. And you have seen how confusing this place is. So it's kind of important for the facility to have signs pointing the scientists in where they're actually supposed to go, so they don't get lost. And I assume even despite that, they do get lost, because how couldn't you in a place like this? How could you not get lost in a place like this? So not only is it there to guide the player, it's there to make the world more believable. So I do not agree with that assessment at all. I do not agree with that argument whatsoever. It's fine if you all do, but yeah. So, as you can see, we are leaving the central silo area to go and restore the power and fuel to the rocket so we can fire it and kill that beast, getting it out of our way so we can progress. It's a neat idea for a level. I kind of wish this returned in Half-Life 2. It doesn't. They're all just linear levels in Half-Life 2, but yeah, it's a neat concept. So, even if it isn't, like, necessarily open-ended, you can go to the power or the fuel in either order, but, I mean, you'll have to go to the other one eventually, so I usually do fuel first, but you can do power first if you want. Get me out of this water. Okay, one of the jankiest things about this game is when it actually decides to let you out of the water. There's a ladder right here, and it's not... Okay, there we go. Man, it feels almost random. The water gods are, like, judging you as you go. I didn't know you actually bumped into that pipe going that way. Alright, we found our way into the Royal Waterways. We're gonna find Dung Defender down here. Or maybe even the loathsome Dung Eater. Make him kill us and defile our corpse. I do not... Okay, let me ask a... This is completely unrelated to Black Mesa, but let me ask a question real quick. Has anyone actually genuinely gone for the Dung Eater's ending in Elden Ring because they actually thought that that was a good idea? I'll have more to say about Elden Ring's endings in the future. I'm not that terribly big a fan of them when I think about them for more than like 2 seconds. Yeah, Has anyone ever done that and thought that was a good idea? I'd like to know. Like, no one did it just to see it. A little bit, oh god, a little bit more about these zombies. There's no trivia. I just want to say that I think they're a really cool concept for zombies. You know, most zombies in other media and other games are just like, you know, an infection, a virus of some kind, maybe even a bacteria. I don't know. There's a zombie in here. I'll just throw a grenade in and then close the door. And, well, we'll see if he's still there when we open it back up. Let's check. Oh, he is. Yeah, I just think it's a little bit more creative, even if it is, all, in the end, kind of the same thing. I mean, it's the head crab's next stage of life, so that's a little bit different. Oh, this room. Listen to these low rumbles. And the metal clangs. Those little rumbling noises they add to some of these rooms makes them feel a whole lot bigger. Something just closed back there. Interesting. Am I being stuck? That'd actually be kind of cool if I was. You never know what type of people will be surviving the apocalypse. Anyway, yeah, I just like the idea that it's a facehugger-like creature turning people into zombies and that it's their next stage of life and they're living on, they're like finding a host body and then living on through the host as a zombie-like creature. It's really cool. It's a somewhat believable zombie thing, because like, you know, if zombies were a real life thing, we would have probably seen them by now. We probably would have like had some little zombie apocalypse happen by now with how advanced we've gotten in all kinds of things. So this kind of unbelievable sequence, but still pretty cool. You turn on the giant fan and it blows you up. There's a lot of vents up here, but only this one with the light can be gone through. I've tried to go through the other ones. There's just an invisible wall there. Only this one can be entered. This one is big enough to stand up inside of, which I think is pretty cool. Nice attention to detail, since this is supposed to be like a big ventilation silo. Hi! I was quick on the draw there, I guess. Well, is it right to say quick on the draw when you're swinging a crowbar at them? Because draw is for guns, isn't it? That elevator doesn't work, unfortunately. I can't remember what this room looked like in the original, but I'm assuming it was probably very basic looking, as most of the rooms in the original were. The original game did not have bad graphics. It's just that the environments weren't that well developed. There was a lot of empty hallways, and I definitely think Black Mesa improves on that regard. It's one of my favorite things about the visual upgrade to Black Mesa. Is, you know, all the extra furnishings there are. Like, again, the place feels like a real place. Okay, got some barnacles. Got a battery. I was in the middle of talking about something and I completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was talking about, like, if zombies were real, we would have probably seen something like that by now. And this isn't counting that one bug that, like, actually is a zombie or something. I don't know. There's some... I remember, going to a museum in Denver, Colorado, and they had a bug exhibit on, and I went in there, and it had a lot of really interesting facts, and there was some... I can't remember if it was some species of bug or if it was some parasite that, like, zombified... Yeah, I think it was just a species of bug which ate and killed another bug and zombified them, basically bringing them back to life for whatever reason. So after that simple valve puzzle where you pick up the valve from the storage room, you can turn on the oxygen and fuel, and that is now all done. And it is indicated by leaks. You better patch that up with flex tape before it's too late. Seriously, I don't know if these leaks are that great of a thing. But it's like I said, who really has the time to patch up leaks right now? Did these explode? No, okay. There's quite a lot of things that explode. There's boxes, there's barrels of all different designs that explode. To get to the next area, we're going to have to go back through the silo. That's not what I meant. Keep accidentally pressing Q and I just mean to press W. Now we have to go back through this room. Or do we? There's a hole in the floor right here that you can fall through, but you can also use it to get down to this level. This takes you to the other door that takes you to the power room. You jump across that hole, and now we're on our way. We don't need to sneak past them we don't need to sneak past them a second time. We could just go on ahead. I swear that button was invisible for a split second. Like, as the zombie was dying. Maybe I'm going nuts. I keep thinking I see graphical oddities everywhere. This bridge was once intact and... Hello. Oh, that's fragments of the box I blew up earlier on that side. This bridge was intact in previous versions of Black Mesa, but they decided to destroy it as it is destroyed in the original. In fact, I think it's destroyed as you get there. Like, as you're about to cross it, it breaks in front of you. Now it's just already destroyed. And you have to go along this, which must be the scariest thing in existence. Good thing we're a video game character and we respawn. So this asset here with the coiled hose, I want you to remember this asset. We cannot push it, we cannot pick it up or anything. It's just there. It's a fixed set piece in the environment. Just remember that for later. I do like these traffic lights right there used for that. I was such a big, like, fanatic of traffic lights when I was younger. They were some of my favorite things. I had a lot of weird obsessions when I was younger. Best not to ask too much about it. They're sleeping. They're very sleepy. I was saying earlier about how I find head crabs kind of cute. Well, I find these guys cute as well, especially when they're sleeping. I don't know. I honestly don't know how they're not seeing me, but then again, it is possible to sleep with your eyes open in real life, so. Sorry to disturb, but, wake up! I know, it's kind of cruel, but if there are enemies over here that I would like to kill, and they will wake up and join the battle, so they were going to die eventually, I guess it's best to get it out of the way early. I mean, I obviously don't know how it feels from their perspective, because nobody knows what it's like to die. Especially as an animal. Did I just killed 2 of them with 1 shot. Well, that was cool. I think that's the best I'm ever gonna play in this playthrough. Alright, kill you. Shooting these barnacles with the shotgun can be a crapshoot sometimes. Literally, a crapshoot. Because, you know, you don't always land every single pellet, so be sure to pay attention. Yeah, when they start vomiting. I used to remember when I saw barnacles for the first time in, like, a Gmod video, I used to think they were really gross in their death animations, and I still kind of do. They are gross, but, of course, I've been exposed to far worse things in the gaming sphere. Have I? Not really, actually. I've just gotten more used to it over time. Alright, so down this elevator goes down towards the ominous pool of acid. Be careful not to drop your change through this floor. Well, there is a ladder on the side. Let's jump onto this tiny thing and take the ladder down instead. How about that? Yep. In the original, I don't believe it actually crashes once you exit. Does it crash at all in the original? Because if it does, that means it only crashes when you're inside of it, which I guess makes sense since you're weighing it down. But here it does continue to crash once you're outside of it. Hello.
I hope no one expects me to go start up the generator. Smithers went down there and never came back.
All right, then. I guess I'll just do everything for you. Did you say anything else over here?
I hope those guards made it to the fuel annex.
Ah, I didn't know you said that. Anything else?
Once that creature is out of the way, we can make our escape through the old rail tunnels.
Okay, I guess talking to this guy's supposed to be one of your indications to, getting the big ol' peck beast out of the way. The big ol' Hydra. I wonder if it's called that. It doesn't have 5 heads. The Hydra has 5 heads, I think, and that only had 3, but then again, it's either 3 heads or 3 different organisms, and I'm not really sure. We could keep using the MP5 in this room. There are batteries in there, but as you can see by the icons outside, but I don't feel the need to get it. Now here we are in the other silo. It's not quite as impressive looking as the other one, or as cool sounding, but it's still cool. This silo has actually been changed a lot from the original. The original had these... Excuse me? The original had these really weird moving platforms. Like, there was one that would just go all the way around, and they've removed that, I guess, because they, too, thought it was strange. I thought it was really weird, and, I guess they did, too. And now, instead of just, like, going and hitting 2 buttons on the side of this thing, there's 2 entire rooms up here, which is pretty neat. So let's go into this one. We got smashed computers over here.
This is my hiding spot, and I'm not moving until the situation is drastically improved. Now go away, and don't tell anyone I'm here.
Alright, I'm just here to press a button and leave. Don't worry. I'll, not close you in there because the door doesn't close. Pressing that button will move that thing to the center. And then going to the other room and pressing the other button will complete the process. I believe it does the exact same thing no matter which order you press them in. There's a bull squid in here, we'll take you out. And this is the only other place in the entire level where you can find bullets. Yeah, just that and the optional thing back in the silo with the peck beast that is really hard to get to. With those two buttons pressed, it inserts the thing, starts it up. I'm gonna get out of here in case this thing becomes harmful.
Power system engaged. All systems report. Test silo is low.
Best news I've heard all day. Have a listen to this.
Power level is 100%.
Excellent. Someone has restored all power. We'll have the engine up again in no time.
Feels so hopeful. I don't know if this music triggers if you start up the power specifically or if it's if you start up both of them. Could be either, I'm not sure, but I love it. It's such a great marker of your progress through this level. And yeah, this music was not in the original game, because the original game had a completely different soundtrack. It's actually one of the more interesting changes this remake makes, replacing the original soundtrack. Most games would either, like, just include the original soundtrack as is, or remaster it in some way, but this game replaces it. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it's a case of like, lost media or whatever, because Half-Life is on Steam, the soundtrack is free on Steam, and there are mods in the workshop to add the original soundtrack in here. I'm sure there are. I would be surprised if there weren't, if you'd like. Now, let's kill this thing. You can alternatively choose to stealth your way back up here, but then that music still plays and it's nowhere near as fitting, so I always choose to run through it, because you can take multiple hits from those things now, so don't worry about it. They are dead. It is out of our way, and now we can go down there into that ominous-looking place. I honestly wonder why are the rail tunnels connected here? Why do they come out in the middle of this entire rocket test place? Sorry, buddy, didn't mean to do that. In the original, the rocket blast that happened actually reaches through the window and hurts you. It like pushes you back, and it does hurt you, though not very much at all. You won't die to it, but it does hurt if you get too close to it. And I kind of liked that. It showed the raw power of the blast, and it also prevented you from getting too close and seeing the effects up close, since the effects weren't all too impressive. It's a 1998 game, what could they have done? And now we climb down into the pit, the blasted pit. I guess this is the blast pit, literally, and we see all its charred remains. Oh my god. Some of this stuff just looks... Oh, what the hell is that? Did it grow out of the freaking radiation or something? Is this a Fallout game? New weapon. The Magnum. Finally, we have a long-range weapon. This weapon actually goes by a lot of names. You could call it the Magnum, the .357 caliber Magnum, the Colt Python, the revolver, whatever it is, it's a long-range gun, and you can also use iron sights. I don't find these that helpful, but it is worth noting, in the game options under classic, or not classic, where does it say classic on here? Oh, right here, classic iron sights. You can turn these on to make it just zoom in like this. I do find this more helpful. However, it does kind of mess up a later weapon we'll be getting, so I prefer to just leave it off. This kind of helps, but it's hard to tell where exactly it'll be aiming. Your aim is slightly lower than you think it is. Check this out. This room was cool in the original, but it's even cooler here. Climb down here for some, for a little charger. You know, a little charger. Not like there's two chargers here or anything, and also they're not little. My commentary's great, don't worry about it. About the music that I had you listen to not too long ago, after we powered up the thing, that is actually a Mesa remix of a different track. You can probably tell it was reversed. It's a Mesa remix of an unused track called Blast Pit 2, and I'd like to play it for you. This is yet another example of how simply slowing down and reversing a track can make it sound completely different. It changes the tone entirely from, you know, very tragic to hopeful. I like it. And I honestly think the remixed version fits way better for that level. Although, I think the original unused piece could have had a place in the level. Okay, this pipe. If I may complain about the original here for a second, there were no lights on the ceiling in the part that falls down. That's actually pretty funny to notice. This pipe in the original does not fall down parallel to the walls, or parallel to the floor, I mean, like it did now, perpendicular to the walls. In the original, it used to dump you down into this next room, forcing you to take fall damage. It wasn't a guaranteed instant kill, but if your health was low enough, yes, it was. And you were also given medkits straight afterwards, so I guess it wasn't the worst thing, but it was still a really annoying thing about the original. I have no idea why they decided to do that. In other news, head crabs. And in other news, new weapon thing. Trip mines. These are not terribly great. These are the same trip mines as the ones with the blue lasers, so you can set them up yourself. They're not the greatest thing in the world, but they do have a few uses in some places, one of which is in this next level. Level 5, Power Up. You guys okay? You need some help? I'll help. I'll shoot his little eye out. Just like, what's the kid's name from A Christmas Story? Oh my god, they're on fire. Okay, I think he's turned his attention to me. Yep, he has. This door is openable. Okay, we can sneak into here. And we gotta get past this thing, is what we gotta do. Military are all dead. Return of the military yet again. Blast Pit is a bit of a break from them, and I appreciate it. Slows down the pace quite a bit. Oh, wow, he's looking in there for me. Oh, he's noticed. Oh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, through there we go. Storage not permitted in this area because this guy's just gonna burn it all. I'm gonna charge up a bit of suit energy and then static discharge. Fire doesn't work. We need power. Yeah, it's a reused concept. Jump up here, get over here, get out of the way of his fire, and we are safe for now. Now, if you know the original game, and if you know previous versions of Black Mesa, yeah, this level design is completely different. This level's gone through quite a few changes in Black Mesa over the updates. It used to be a lot more like the original, where you would instead run through this door, but... Hi. This door is now closed and locked, and you need to go around that way instead. It's kind of cool, because it shows you the place where you can use a static discharge to hopefully harm, if not kill, that big beast out there. So, yeah, once again, we are using the facility against a giant alien that we cannot kill with traditional firepower. Bit weird that we're reusing the concept this early, but it's okay. God, these mortar guns are hard. You know what? No. We gotta use the Magnum. We just got it, and they're clearly intending it for us to use it, because these are long, straight corridors that will be good for it. I am pretty low on health. Good thing is, I think we've got some more upcoming. This bridge used to collapse in the original. It doesn't here, and I'm thankful for that.
Oh, Jesus. You don't know how close you were to getting one between the eyes. Listen, mister, if you can get the power on, that train down there will take us to the surface. I would try myself, but it's a long way down to the generator room. And there's things in the way. Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I were you. You look like you're at 30 health or something. The only reason I'm fine at 30 health is because of this HEV suit. I believe the idea is this HEV suit is like, you know, giving you medication. It injects morphine whenever you... Sit this one out.
Whenever you take a lot of damage at once. This guy is now, like, very confused. He's just wandering through here like, how did I get here? Help? Can I return back home? Please? I did not sign up for this. I did not want to be here. Where am I? Help? I like to imagine that that's its voice, even though it clearly isn't. He clearly has some kind of growl.
Stay out of the big guy's way. You should be fine.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard to do. Maybe I can get the big guy out of our way, if you know what I mean. 59 health. Yeah, when your health gets down to middle, this is when the suit starts, like, commenting on it, like, minor lacerations detected. That's what it says for head crabs. It's a really cool detail. Another change to power up from the original. As you can see, it is now very dark. In the original and in past versions of Black Mesa, it was all lit up, but since they took out the power in this region, it only made sense to make it dark, and I like that. Because it's a little bit hard to see, admittedly, but, well, that only pushes you to get to that last objective a little bit more. To power the place up, to restore the lights. I need this so badly. Oh boy, honestly, I've used up a lot of health coming through here. I might have a rough time in what's coming up soon, so let's hope I don't do too bad. Oh, I have a bone to pick with the original in this part. So, Vortigaunts teleport in, and then suddenly, explosions! Yep. It was like this way in the original too, except for instead of the explosions starting from down there and moving to the end, the entire pile exploded at once, and if you were standing in the doorway, that was an instant death. That came out of absolutely nowhere. I do not understand how people play the original, experience crap like that, and still go on to say it's one of the best games ever made. Come on. Alright, now, I understand why people like the original, and I like it to an extent. I just don't really enjoy playing it. That's where I come from. Right here, we have gotten our first MP5 grenades, which we can use with right-click. This is the point where they should have given you the tutorial. I don't know why they give it to you at the freaking start of when you pick it up for the first time. Because you don't get the grenades until now. Okay, as much as I would love to show them, that was weird little rattling furniture. In this room, turrets. Turrets are very weak to the Magnum. And then, military are very weak to MP5 grenades. Look at that. You do need to aim the MP5 grenades really, really well. If you're not on target, like exactly, they'll just damage the foe, won't blow it up, won't instantly kill them for you, and you'll have to deal with them a little bit more. Still, it'll damage them a bit, but it's not terribly amazing. Their capacity has also been lowered to 3 from the original game's 10. So you can't just, like, go around spamming them everywhere. Okay. Around this corner, they're gonna be soldiers. Gonna get rid of you with the red beret. That indicates that they are the leader of the squad. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I think what they wear kind of determines what weapons and abilities they have. At least that was the case in the original. It might not be the case anymore. I'm out of suit energy, and that's a problem. At least they don't aim for the explosive barrels. Oh, okay. This sucks. I need the light. Oh, I could have just shot at that stuff behind him. Okay. Down here, I want to say, yes, there's another first aid station down here. We're gonna need it. We're going into this with 0 suit energy. This is a problem. If I can land a headshot with the Magnum, this one-shots them. I'm gonna count on that. Perhaps I do have a bit of C4, a bit of grenades. I'm so bad at grenades, though. I probably won't rely on them. Alright, I think there's supplies this way, so I'm gonna go... Oh, right here. That's nothing. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. Health. Great. That's what I need right now. Not suit energy or anything. Oh my god. Alright. This might be a good time to use these. Alright. Keep shooting them. I guess I'll reload. Oh, shit! Gonna get you out of the way, and then shoot at you from a distance. Oh my god. Should have saved the health kits for this. Oh, they dropped some. They dropped some health kits. Oh god. I do not want to be anywhere near that. Oh no. There's another one behind me. Alright, good. We got that. We got that. We got that. You. Need you right now. Oh yeah, you probably are. Gonna be honest. Okay, I am docked up with energy. There we go. Half health. This is going great. There's another one on this side. There we go. I think that's all of them. Almost all of them. Authorized personnel only. And got this side. Can you go in here? Yes, you can. I hear a hound eye on a different area. I think you can shoot these computers and they do spark. Yeah, they have that little electric spark effect. Cool detail. They also have some cans of pop here. Soda pop. Soda pop. I know some people. I like those people that say soda pop because it's like, you know, they can't decide either one, so they just say both. Behind these boxes, there's a shotgunner. Get rid of him. Now they're all dead. Or are they? Yeah, from this point on, we're gonna start being ambushed by them in a lot of different places. So, how about, to prepare a little bit in advance, we set up some of these trip mines. It's about the only use I'm ever gonna get out of them. I'd also like to move this box over here so that it's more easily accessible. I fear that if I break it open right now, it's just gonna, I'm just gonna use up the thing and it's not gonna be helpful anymore. Should I set one up here? I guess I could. Actually, I have an idea. How about here? And then I'll put one up, not there, here. If I put it there, it would have been at an angle. Let's hope I can still crouch under that. I might be able to. I can always just go around if I can't. So, then, how about here? And then finally, one here for good measure. Alright. Be careful not to run into your own trip mines. It can happen. Black Mesa adds this staircase right here, which was not in the original, and I am very appreciative of it because, yeah, finding out how to get down here in the original could take some time, especially because the elevator over there, though it did work at this point in the original, was surrounded by trip mines once you actually went down, and now it is no longer. There's 2 hound eyes here, and then I think more come up from the basement. Yes, they do. Just a little pack of hound eyes chilling in the basement. I can understand that. With the shotgun, you can easily just kill them once at a time like that if you could get them in a single file line. Over here. Yeah, there are no trip mines in this version, so no need to worry about that. Oh, can you use this as a platform, I wonder? No. Well, doesn't matter, I only took 4 fall damage anyway. Suit energy does not protect you from fall damage. Suit energy also does not protect you from radioactive damage, worth noting. I'll pick up the supplies down here, because they're probably not gonna use them outside of this. I'm probably not going to come back down here anytime soon. I'll heal that 4 health. And now, power off. Unit 1 power off. Unit 2 power on. Let's turn that on, except we can't. Lever is refusing to move because something is blocked. Hear an alarm in the distance. Do not enter when power is on. Do not enter when power is on. Oh, I wonder what happens if you do. Huh. Maybe it's like, don't touch the fan, you idiot. That's what they're talking about with those signs. I'm not sure. Ooh, can that take you out? No, you're... Oh, the water will. Okay. I didn't know the water could kill them like that. That's funny. We found the blockade, break those, and it'll start working. And this water in this room will start draining. Pretty cool. In this room, there was a unique enemy to the original that does not appear in Black Mesa. Leeches. They would just, you know, attack you. They took 1 hit from your crowbar. They were really annoying and kind of weird, and I don't miss them. So, I'm glad they're gone. Alright, now this lever should be pullable. It still says it's blocked. It's not, though. Don't worry. You can turn the power on. It is all on. And then there's an announcement in the very far distance. There's also that hazard, be wary of that you don't hear. It just plays a subtitle on screen, and then you're just left without it. But now that we've turned on the power, check it out. The lights are on. Still, most of the level is dark, but it's something. It's better than before, where we had to have the flashlight on. Well. Wow, military, you really stepped up your game with that roar. Okay. I'm gonna aim for headshots. We're gonna fully load this. They might come out after me by default here. Stay alert, guys, huh? I'm gonna try throwing the barrel that way. They don't see it. Boom. Okay, that works. Whoa, maybe it doesn't. Holy shit! 44 health. Okay, we're going back. We gotta, let's use up the rest of this health charger. That was just 1 shot from the shotgun. Okay, you think that's hard. You think that's ridiculous? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I don't really like these guys in the original, the military, because they are almost worse. I mean, not only are their grenades so much harder to see, and the grenades also deal so much more damage, but I've had times where they lower me down to like 50, 40 health on the easiest difficulty of the game. I play Half-Life on easy because to me, playing it on easy is most enjoyable for me. It's when the game isn't completely insufferable. Alright, we gotta start. Shoot you. Okay, there's other people around that corner. I hope I can lure them into the trip mines. The grenades leave a little puff of smoke. They did not leave any trail at all in the original. Not sure what that freeze was about. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to blow that up. It's okay. I need this suit energy. Then gonna go to this angle. Yeah, for a second when it freezed, I thought I, like, died. Let's do this. Then there's more military this way. They did not die to that, surprisingly. But I guess, you know, they're a lot more resilient. This is hard mode. Was that all of them? I remember that fight being a lot harder than it was. I don't know if I should have used a thing on that. Yes, as you can see, the Magnum's maximum capacity, well, the Magnum held 6 bullets in its chambers in the original, but you used to be able to hold up to like 38 bullets, I want to say, or 36? Something along those lines. But now you can only hold 18 bullets in reserve. Yeah, you can see that. We just hit the maximum. They've lowered the amount of ammo you can carry in each gun across the board. Like the shotgun can only have 64 in reserve instead of 125, I think it could have in the original. They lowered it across the board to give you a lot more variety, to encourage you to use other weapons. I have another Magnum here in case you missed the first one. That's thoughtful of them, I guess, because you may not have picked up the first one. Alright, now we backtrack. Yeah, power-up is kind of just Blast Pit, but not as interesting. You only go and do one thing, and then go back. And unlike Blast Pit, where you have the potential to sneak past the Peck Beasts twice, this time you only deal with this thing once, the Gargantua once. Did I say that's what its name is? The Gargantua. Anyway, we're being, attacked by... Oh God! That's bad. Frag going out indeed. I agree with frag going out. I'm throwing 2. Oh, I got them with it! Wow! I said I wasn't that good with grenades. Anyone else? I'm scared. I'm at 46 health. They could kill me. Oh, medkit! Yes! Yes! Oh, man. This game's gonna get so fun as we continue into this. Is there seriously... There's 3 health left in that thing. Yeah, can't climb past that. It kind of looks like you could, but you can't. In this room that only opens up after you restore the power, there is a zombified soldier connected to an IV bag. It happens. They run into trouble sometimes. They're not completely unstoppable. The military are a special forces unit known as the Hazardous Environment Combat Unit, or HECU, which when pronounced says heck you. That's basically what it's like to fight those guys. So you might hear people call them HECU sometimes, and that's who they mean.
I'm never gonna make it. You better go on without me. I'll just slow you down.
Well, this window is broken now for some reason. So I guess we'll use it to our advantage. Oh, hang on. We'll use it to our advantage. There we go. Crouched in midair to make that cooler. We're gonna go this way, lure this guy over here. And then we gotta turn up on Unit 1 power with these 2 switches. Okay, pick us back quick. Flip these 2 switches. This used to be plugs in earlier versions of Black Mesa. But they've changed them to switches for whatever reason. I guess they thought there were too many plugs. And fire! Aw, the button should have said zap. That wasn't fire. I'm disappointed. Let's use these. We're gonna need all the health and suit energy we can get for the next section. 1 health. That's all I had to redo. Yeah, you only really deal with the Gargantua once, which is what that enemy is called. And so it just feels kind of weird, and also they recycle the concept from literally the previous level. Power-up's kind of weird in that way. It's fun, it's good, it's a good level. I like the reintroduction of the military. I like how they ambush you on the way back out. I like the things with the lighting that Black Mesa introduces, but it's just kind of a weird level. And in this part, we now need to take one of these trains. Get used to seeing these, because we're going to be riding one for the entire next level in the next video. The security guard here actually helps out a lot, because he flips the button to turn this platform. In the original, you had to go all the way back up into that room to do it yourself, and then jump back out. It was kind of a weird little backtrack, and they decided to remove it. Very nice of them. Down that way is nothing. It's just a dead end. We came in through there, which is now closed. So, who closed that? Yeah, it's a big old box. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go a little bit faster. This is our maximum speed. Oh, we're being stopped. We need to pay the toll.
Hey, it's Freeman, right? Hold up a sec. One of your scientist pals said they give you a message. You're supposed to take this old rail system up to some sort of satellite delivery rocket or something. I don't know where it is exactly. The old guy was so worried about getting out alive, he didn't think to stop and tell me. Anyway, the main thing is, the military aborted the launch. So when you find the rocket, well, if you find the rocket, you'll have to get up to the control room and launch it yourself. He said something about a Lambda team needing the satellite in orbit if they were ever going to clean up this mess. Now, get going. I'm going to stick around and help any other stragglers.
Awesome. I've always wanted to work at mission control at NASA. Or any equivalent in other space agencies around the world. I just feel the need to be inclusive. Someone could be watching this from, like, France or something. No, we have not. Well, you've been here. I have not been here before. I don't know what you're talking about. Next time on Black Mesa, we continue on and find our way to that rocket and launch it, hopefully. Thank you all for watching. If you didn't, as always, I will see you all in the future.